The Hitchhiker can be one of the most oppressive family members when it comes to locking down the map and taking victims by surprise. So today I wanted to showcase some of the best trap locations for all you Hitchhiker players out there. We'll be covering various trap locations on each map, and the video will be divided into timestamps so you can take a look at the maps that you are interested in. I've also created these map layouts that are available in our community Discord if you want more specifics on location names within each map. Let me know down in the comments some of your favorite trap locations and if you think we missed any good ones. Lastly, before we dive in, come say hey over on a Twitch live stream. We would absolutely love to have you. Link in the description. But let's hit the road. The first map we're going to start out with today is the Slaughterhouse. This is by far one of the best maps for sneaky Hitchhiker traps, as there is tons of foliage at your disposal. Our first trap we'll be looking at today is located at the facility back door. For this one, you're going to head to the small gap that's connected to the garage and place a trap in the foliage. Honestly, the best thing about this location is how invisible the trap appears to unsuspecting victims. Tons of victims travel through this area in order to attempt the generator escape, and this trap location is also very close to the basement ladder, so you might snag a few extra victims due to the high traffic in this area. The next trap we're going to be looking at is a bit more unconventional, but one I've actually had some great success with. For this one, you're going to head down to the basement and to the fuse box room. If you don't know how to get there, don't worry. All you need to do is head down the staircase located in the holding pen. From here, you just need to trap the gap that leads to the fuse box tunnel. This is a great trap as it will prevent victims from getting a more instant escape from the tunnel, but be aware that you'll still need a family member to protect the exit, and the trap serves as more of an obstacle. After that, we've got a trap that we'll be placing near the back of the windmill located at the valve exit. For this one, you're going to want to find the most narrow section of the foliage and place your trap there so victims can't slip around it. This is a great trap for catching any victims scouring the exterior for key items, and it's also very effective against victims that are trying to get into the slaughterhouse and even the occasional victim on their way to the valve exit. Our final slaughterhouse trap we'll be looking at is located in the cattle chute that leads to the tool shed. For this one, you're going to want to place the trap in some foliage, and I find it effective to place it next to this red table as it makes the space just a bit more narrow. This is a fantastic trap for catching any victims that are navigating the central area and can be great to catch any victims who are looking to harm Grandpa. I will say, due to the amount of space in the cattle chute, this trap can be a little less surefire than the others. Our next map we'll be taking a look at for today is the family house. This map can be a little tricky with outdoor traps as it's very wide open, but there are still some great options. The first trap will be located at the very top of the central staircase, and you'll want to just slap it down front and center. This trap is extremely good at putting pressure in a very high traffic area, and also great at preventing some victims from quickly escaping the basement from this particular staircase. I've snagged quite a few victims here, and it's a solid choice for center map pressure. The next trap is going to be located down in the basement storage area. To get here, you'll want to run down the staircase located in the den, and off to your right, you'll see a little doorway that leads to the fuse box escape. A lot of victims will run to this staircase after powering the fuse box, and this trap is incredibly effective at blocking victims from being able to easily slip away. Basement traps are always a little tricky to maintain and keep an eye on, but they're well worth the value that they bring. After that, we're going to be taking a look at the trap located in the gore room. This one is pretty easy, and you'll just want to place a trap right on top of the ladder to catch any unsuspecting victims coming up from the basement. This trap, in tandem with the central staircase one, helps to suffocate victims in terms of access to and from the basement while inside the home. Two honorable mentions I wanted to throw in as well are traps right outside the driveway window to catch any victims who jump out of the window, and also a trap in the sunflower fields behind the bone barricade in order to help cut off resources for victims and possibly catch a victim by surprise. The next map on our list today is the gas station. This map is a super fun one as there are a ton of options for creative traps. Our first trap is going to be located in the center exterior and is simply going to be a trap that will catch any victims using the small gap outside the back of the home. Though this trap is visible, you wouldn't believe the amount of times I caught a victim who's being chased or moving quickly throughout the home, so I find this to be a pretty solid choice. After that, we've got another trap that will be located in the central exterior, but this one is going to be in the foliage connected to the generator gate and road escape. For this trap, just tuck yourself in the foliage at the narrowest spot that is closest to the gate and slap down a trap. This is a fantastic spot for catching victims who are being stealthy around this area, and also for victims who get interrupted while working on unlocking the gates. Next up is a trap located in the thicket. You'll want to place this trap directly on top of the ladder that leads down to the basement. I like this trap quite a bit because it can catch a lot of victims by surprise as they're making their way out of the basement. This trap is also relatively close to some of the gates you'll be defending, so you can always quickly grab it and move it if you notice there's not much traffic in that area. The final trap we have on the gas station for today is located in the backfield right off from the bridge. You want to place this trap in the foliage to the right of the bridge as you enter the backfield, as many victims access this area after unlocking the gate. It should be noted that there are a ton of fantastic trap locations in the backfield due to the amount of foliage, and sometimes it can be wise to place traps closer to the car battery. This trap serves as a great anti-stealth tool for any victims in the backfield. Those are all of the trap locations we have for today, but comment down below if you have any sneaky trap locations that we missed. If you found this video to be helpful, please consider dropping a like or subscribing, as it helps me to continue making this content. Thank you all so much. We'll see you in the next one.